Okay, welcome to another Madak Monday. Today is August 10th. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope everybody has a beautiful, beautiful week ahead of them. So today's Madak Monday that was sent out via email this morning. Put your email in the description if you would like to get these emails every single morning at 7 a.m. Pacific. But today's email is about local SEO, search engine optimization. Very different from general SEO. So general SEO is very specific and requires a lot of work and someone who's really, really, really good at it. And there are SEO companies out there, but if you are looking for general SEO, which is helps you focus on your website's visibility nationally or globally throughout the internet. That is a big thing that you want to be focusing on your website in general. And if you're looking for better SEO, put out content, put out relevant content, and keep your website fresh. That's the best thing you can do. So today's Madak Monday is talking about local SEO, right? So how you can capture your local search territory with different tips and different tools on what's happening. And as you try to connect with people in your area that are searching for your services, right? So local SEO, big part about local SEO is Google My Business, right? This platform is huge. You want to keep using it. You want to do as much as you can on Google My Business, right? So I believe all industries, right? Heavy to do with brick and mortar. Obviously, it's a little bit more difficult if you are a complete online service. If you don't have a place to call home, a lot of people have to do their physical address in order to do this. But Google My Business for brick and mortar is huge, right? So keeping your descriptions updated, your hours, photos, posts, the ability for people to set reviews, and you as the business owner to respond to reviews, good and bad, right? That's a huge part of Google My Business, right? And so you want to be able to have complete transparency, understand that people use this platform to visit your business, get all their information, like menus for restaurants. You can have your complete menu on there, pictures, prices, description, everything without having to go to the website. So want to really pump up your Google My Business with as much aspects as you can. And there's one newer feature which happened, I think, either later this year or late last year, which was the ability for people to send you direct messages through Google My Business. So you have to have the app downloaded, and you have to actually toggle it on the app and say, I will accept and respond to messages. But there's a little button that says customers at the bottom, and people can send you direct messages and then you can respond to them. Just another feature that they continue to add so that it makes the best usability for the consumer. And it gives you the best opportunity to reach people, right, in your local search area. So Google My Business, huge thing, number one for me, you have to put in there. And we're constantly doing that ourselves as well. So the next thing, big, we talked about a little bit, but reviews on not only Google My Business, but Facebook and plenty of other platforms out there, right? So there's lots of platforms that you can, sign up for, TripAdvisor, Thumbtack. I mean, there's hundreds when we search, right? So depending on your industry, where you're trying to go, you can have the ability to people to leave reviews and then respond to those reviews, good and bad, right? Make sure that you respond to those 1-star reviews, and you make sure that you understand. I have a 1-star review on Facebook. I just cannot believe it. I'm responding to this person. I don't even know who they are. I asked them to come back, understand, tell me what's going on. I'm asking and giving complete transparency. What was your experience? Why did you do that? Let's come back, right? Because you can't delete those reviews. Those are out there. So you have to convince that person that it's not the real you, so that you can come back and do full engagement with your consumers, right? And also encourage people to do in customers. So please go out there and leave a review for Madak on Google My Business, on Facebook. We only have a few of them. We would like more. But if you like this content and you appreciate the work that we're doing here at Madak, please go out there, put a review on Madak, and tell us how good we are. Please, 5-star reviews, 1-star reviews, please contact me directly. So, and also know where your customers can leave reviews, right? That's a big part of it. So you want to make sure you understand where people are, where you're signed up for, etc. So this one's specific to your website. So we talked about Google My Business and reviews. Those aren't really through your website, but now this one's specific. The next two, I believe, are for your website. So upload speed is a big factor with your website experience, right? So you don't want to upload a whole bunch of big images or videos. We personally have a lot of videos and big images on our website, which gives us a little bit of a slower upload speed, but we're looking for a big experience. And most of our traffic, like 80% north of our traffic, is on desktop. So we kind of lean towards that, understanding and knowing that. And so that's why we made some of the decisions that we have. But if you know that your traffic is predominantly mobile, want to make sure that your upload speed is huge. Not huge, it's fast, right? So you want to make sure that your images are not huge and you're really focused in on quick experience. And they have, Google has speed trackers, and there's a bunch of different tools that you can use to test your upload speed. Mobile optimization, mobile first is a huge part of it, right? So like I just said with Madak, we have a desktop experience on our website. Well, we have made a different experience on mobile, and we're going to continue to make that a quicker, easier experience. So we understand that most of our traffic is not there, but we want to have some sort of presence. But make sure that your theme and your website is mobile optimized, and you can test that through the different areas on desktop. But you want to make sure that that's a big part of your experience on your website. But again, knowing your analytics and knowing where your traffic is, that's a big one. And then relevant information, blogs, content, all of that's going to help you with your general SEO. And so you want to continue to add content, keep your content relevant and accurate, right? That's going to be a big part of SEO. So keywords, right? Keywords. So when you're building your website, when your website is developed, when your web developer is building your website, make sure you're focusing in on the keywords that you want to use and the descriptions that, you know, Google and other search engines are crawling your website for, right? So that main description is what's going to kind of pop up first. And then the keywords with different meta tags on different photography, all of that is, you know, Google and other search engines are constantly crawling your website for information. And so you want to have as much information as possible that is able to point them back to you, so you have that organic reach with different keywords and different websites and directories. I mean, there's a whole whack of work that goes into this. But if you needed to keep it simple, just make it really have your main mission statement or your main statement that you want people to know you by right at the top there when you put in your information on your website, so that Google is picking that up. Last thing is business listings, right? We talked about a couple with Google My Business, Facebook. There's also Yelp, and I know that there's a different experience there, and there's Thumbtack, and there's a whole bunch of other ones that just are out there for businesses to, you know, not only can you leverage their network, but Google uses that. And so you want to get on these directories, you want to have the descriptions be updated, you want to make sure that there's links back to your website and that there's relevant content, right? So all of this is going to help. All of these 5 things is going to continue to help with your local SEO as people and search for your services and find your business. So the last slide here we talk about is, why is it so important? Well, you know, Google searches for local businesses, you know, is 46% of Google search is for local businesses, right? So that's a big part of what you're trying to do. And also, you know, near me is like a big part of, so people are using Google Maps and Google to find things right by them for convenience. And in the last thing here, it talks about that people have intent to use that while they are that day, right? So the ability to have use Google as a tool to get to their services, and that's why Google My Business and other things and search local SEO is going to help you capture people in the moment and get them exactly what they want, you know, especially with things like hours and just simple stuff. So do not overlook the basics when it comes to keeping things updated and keeping things going. So thank you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Matic Monday, because it is early. And if you want to get these emails in your inbox every single Monday morning, they walk through them much more in depth and a completely different point of view. And so go ahead and put your email in the link on the description. And I hope everyone has a great day. Now I need to get better at ending these things. See ya. Happy Matic Monday.